Hello everyone, welcome back to this PENPOT course. This is the seventh lesson and we're going to dive into constraints. This is the fundamental tool that allows us to manage elements in an organized way within a page. Constraints are essentially these elements you can find inside the commands we've already taken a look below the layout section. Constraints help us to keep certain elements fixed or let them scale relative to their container. These settings determine how an object behaves when you resize or scale the board where you are designing your interface. For example, if you select this board, you have no constraints in this moment. So I am, for example, rescaling this page. As you can see, all these elements are just disappearing. It means that nothing is happening. Sometimes there are situations in which you will need these elements to reorganize in a smart way while doing this resize action. For this reason, constraints are really helpful in these conditions. By using them, you can set, for example, specific relationship. Let's say I want to keep this image in this right bottom position. So in this case, while having this image selected, I can tell it stays right and at the bottom. You can even do this manually, pressing these elements. Now let's try to resize our page again. My image is moving, resizing my board. Now, for example, I can try setting these constraints in a free way. So I have still this image selected and I am pressing top and bottom. By doing this, my image is scaling, and this is one of those conditions I think you don't want for the elements of your page. In fact, as you can see, by selecting top and bottom, it automatically set itself in a scale mode. If I am, for example, putting center, let's see what happens. A little bug while selecting your board. Sometimes you can see your images disappearing, but don't worry. You just go on the left sidebar and click on the eye icon, and they will appear again. It is a normal bug in here in the PENPOT site. Okay, let's do this again. Center, top and bottom. Selecting my board. In this case, it is strictly at the center, and my top and bottom constraints are actually useless. So this means that constraints should be used in a logical way. We could actually think of trying different combinations with these commands, but you will eventually see how it's not always possible to put them together in a casual disposition. Okay, for example, now I am setting this other image in a left, and in this case, still a bottom position. I am going to scale my page from this side. You can tell the difference. While the second image is actually doing what it was asked for, the second one is stretching in a way I don't want it to. So I go back, Ctrl Z or Command Z for Mac, and I'm telling him stay at the right and bottom. So now it actually works. Now let's take a look at our menu bar. I am going to fix it at the top and the center. So right now, let me see what happens when I stretch outside this page. It stays at the perfect center and it stays at the top. Let's take a look at all those text we have inside this menu bar. Each top. Now let's take a look at those text icons. For example, I can select the very first and tell to stay in the left center. The same thing to them, but on the right. What happens now? Okay, it is doing something I don't want to, because when I do this, this red icon is going nowhere. So let me see if there was it had a scale constraint. So I'm telling it stay on the right and center. In this case, it is doing what it was asked for. Perfect. You can actually treat constraints as a safety net, because you never know when a project might require a change in page dimensions. Perhaps you started with the wrong format for a website interface or need to adapt a mobile design to a larger screen. Without constraints, you will have to manually reposition every single icon and text box every time you change the board size. When set correctly, all elements maintain their reciprocal proportions and spatial logic. Okay, as I already told you, the best way to get familiar with these tools is actually to experiment. Now, in this case, I am going to try these two elements to stay at the center. left and right. I am going to stretch from the bottom this page. And as you can see, now that the dimension on this page is 3 times bigger, these two elements are actually staying there. By doing that, they at the extreme, they they are at the extremes of this rectangle. Another feature we can look at is the fix when scrolling. While selecting this, let us look what happens. By going here, you are entering in a preview mode. So what happens? While scrolling, you will always have this element fixated in a specific position. In this moment, my page is a little bit short, but when I'm doing these little movements while scrolling within the page, this square remains in this exact position. Okay, perfect. These are some of the most basic combinations you can have while using constraints. Exercise and look at how your pages are changing while turning them on. And so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.